Hi, thanks so much for joining me for coffee and a chat. This is Danielle Vincent. I've got my coffee and you're here, so let's get started. This actually came about because, well, first of all, this is a bonus video. This is not one of my regular Sunday chats. But this came about because a friend of mine who's also a small business owner posted on her timeline this morning about how she got a really nasty email from a customer. And it really, if you've ever received one of these, or if you're a small business owner, you know how hurtful these things can be and how they can really shape and color your entire day. I used to get 1-star reviews on some of my products, or hear from unhappy customers, people who were just really nasty. And it would really, I can honestly say that sometimes it has ruined my entire day. And that is so sad, right? Because then you can't bring your best. I couldn't bring my best to my day. And then, I've somehow let this person influence my entire day. First of all, you have to remember, this is not about you. This is not about your product. This is not about your service. This is about them. And if they choose to express themselves in a really nasty, awful, hateful way, then that is them. That is not your product. That is not your service, and they are not your customer. That person is dealing with their own issues about their own life. And that doesn't mean that they don't have valid points, but caring, nice, wonderful people who are your customers express themselves in constructive, caring, nice, wonderful ways. And so when you get somebody who's really just nasty and swearing and sarcastic and snarky and being a real a-hole, that's their issue. And they have to live with themselves day after day and just look up to the sky and say, I forgive them. Out loud, say it to the world, to God, to yourself. I forgive them for being an a-hole. They don't know what they're doing. They're just spraying shit everywhere. And that's the thing that you have to remember, is that they have the situation of living with themselves day in and day out, and they're in their own personal hell dealing with that bullshit, right? So don't put that on yourself. That's their own communication. Remember that they could have expressed themselves in a totally different way. There are many wonderful, constructive ways to give feedback on a product. We get feedback on products all the time. We got a feedback from a customer the other day who ordered from us online on Amazon, and he said, I really enjoyed the description, but your product's packaging doesn't have any of your description that's so entertaining on the Amazon. I really enjoyed reading it. It would be nice. Do you have something like a card or something? I sent him a free bar of soap. I said, we thought to do that on the soap, and I totally haven't done it for the cologne. Good thinking. We're going to put a box around that cologne so that we can put some of that product description on there. Thank you so much for your feedback. We'll send you a free bar of soap. That was a wonderful experience. That customer is now a happy, grateful, wonderful, awesome customer. He expressed himself in a way that was constructive. It wasn't, this is a ripoff, blah, blah, blah. You would think blah, blah, blah. Nope. He conveyed his wishes in a really respectful, constructive way. And as a result, we were able to respond to him like a person. Like a person. And that's how we want to do business. Those are our customers. And the people who respond to us with get a job, your product sucks, or whatever, yes, that's been a real response. And that hurt. Oh my God, that hurt. So the other thing that I have to say, as a small business owner who takes all this stuff really personally, we now have a buffer. And her name is Ruth, and she's so awesome. And before Ruth, I actually had another buffer, and that was Russ. And Russ would receive these emails, and he would really filter out the ones that were not positive. And then before that, I had another filter called Hallie. She's our virtual assistant, and she would review and not respond to, but just let me know if there was a real problem. not just if somebody was spouting out, because I cannot have my day ruined. I really can't. And you can't either. You don't have time for that. You don't have time to dwell on that. And that's considering that that's just the person's thing. We don't need to actually engage in that as small business owners. It actually hurts our business. Does this mean that you shouldn't receive constructive feedback? No. I mean, of course you need to receive constructive feedback. You need to receive it. It's good, and caring people actually do want to make your product better. And that's great. But I think there's nothing wrong with having a buffer between you and the world just because it's so much better for your productivity. I mean, you don't have to Google that person's name or do any of the stocky things that I've done in my life. You just don't have to do it. You can just run your own business, be your own badass self. So that's my little bonus take on responding to negative customer feedback. Please don't take it personally. It isn't about you. And I just want you to just keep rolling. Everybody deals with it, and you don't have to let it ruin your day. All right. Be mighty. Have a wonderful day. All right.